Quarter pounder with cheese. Hello action figure fans, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This video goes up on a Friday, so this is Fortnite Friday. This time I am reviewing the Fortnite Legendary Series Beef Boss by Jazwares, based on the Fortnite game by Epic Games. This action figure was released in 2020. I bought it sometime in 2020 or 2021. Here it is in a nice window package where we see the action figure and the accessories that it comes with. Here's the top with the window wrapping around to the top so it lets in more light. Some manufacturing information there on the bottom. And here's the side where the window wraps around to the side a little bit. Here's the other side. The window wraps around to this side. Here is the back where it says, "Victory well done," and a cross sell showing the other action figures available at this time. The Jazwares company stopped telling us what series this was part of, so as far as I can tell, this is part of Series 3. So I will open this up and review the action figure in just a moment. Quarter pounder with cheese. Here are the accessories we get with the Beef Boss action figure. We have a harvesting tool. I don't know what this one is called, but looks pretty nice. And the handle is a bit thick here, so I think we want the hand to hold it at the narrower part here. We have a back bling. I like this one. Looks very entertaining. Nice French fries. Fits in the peg hole in the back. And we get a piece of cake. Some kind of cake. There's a slot down here for the fingers to go into to hold it. And we have some kind of shotgun weapon. Looks like it's very nicely sculpted. Lots of details, and it's painted, so pretty nice. And a pair of revolvers or pistols, handguns, something like that. Nicely sculpted. I think we've seen these before with the wild card action figure, so these look nice. And we get a stick of dynamite or a bundle of dynamite here, so very nice accessories that go along with this action figure. Quarter pounder with cheese. Here is the Beef Boss action figure. Let's see how tall this action figure is. And according to the tape measure, up to the very tippy top there, it looks like it's about 6.5 inches tall, or about 16.5 centimeters tall. So slightly taller than most of the other Fortnite action figures. Let's take a closer look at the details. Beef Boss here has a hamburger for head. That's a bit unusual. And a large tongue sticking out, a couple of little eyeballs on top. Very interesting choice. I still haven't played the game, but I do like the action figure, so this is one of the stranger looking action figures. So very interesting. And here's the rest of the body, nicely sculpted and painted. So I'm sure we have seen most of these body parts already. The only new part would be the head. Everything else I think is reused from other action figures, but that's based on the designs of the characters in the game, so it's to be expected. So lots of nice details there. Interesting shin guards there. Nice boots. Peg holes on the heels there. And we have details on the back. An extra box glued to the back of the action figure with, looks like, ketchup and mustard bottles. There's a peg hole in the back for the back bling or backpack. So lots of nice details. Let's see how this action figure articulates. With the head, it's about as far up as we can look. We can look down, turn side to side. No real tilting. And at the shoulders, there are no butterfly joints at the shoulders, but we can move the shoulders out. Very tightly ratcheted. And this shoulder is especially tight for me, so I want to be very careful. So I might be able to go one more click, but it's pretty tough to get it up there, and then it's kind of hard to move it back down. So that's a T-pose. There we go. And this one I want to be very careful with. I don't want to use too much leverage. There we go. So I have not used a hairdryer on this, but that particular joint is very, very tightly ratcheted. We have bicep cuts that work. So that's good. And this side also works. And we have double jointed elbows. Very good. He can straighten out his cheese if he wants to. And at the wrist, the hands turn at the wrist. This one turns. And I don't think there's a hinge. I haven't found one. We have articulated fingers. So those move. Now it's nice to have a lot of extra articulation, however, maybe this is too much. Over time, these fingers will probably get too loose to really hold anything, but it has nice trigger fingers there. We have a diaphragm cut. We can crunch forward and back a little bit, go around, so that's pretty good. And a waist twist. It goes to this side very nicely, but on this side it's getting blocked by the ketchup and mustard bottles there. At the hips, they're a little bit ratcheted, but we can get him to do the splits. So that's pretty good. And kick forward that far and back just a little bit. We can kick forward this far and go back a little bit. There's an upper thigh cut there, so that works. And this side works. We have double jointed knees. So that one works. And this side also works. The knees were pretty tight right out of the package, but they are loosening up a bit now. So we can put him in a sitting pose. So that works. So when we bend these joints, we don't want to have too much leverage, so we want to grip as close to the joint as possible to bend them, especially when they're kind of new and right out of the package. It's been in the package for maybe 4 years by now, so it's working pretty nicely right out of the package. We have boot cuts here. So that is working. And this one's not moving as much, but it does move a little bit. At the ankles, You can do the tippy toes there. And go up this far. So this ankle is much better than this one. And we have toe articulation. So that is working. So all of the joints are actually working. This shoulder joint is just really tight. I have not used a hairdryer on it yet, but I might want to do that to make it a little more pliable. And we want to be careful not to use too much leverage when articulating the action figure, because we don't want it to break. But I'm pretty happy with all the joints actually working right out of the package. Quarter pounder with cheese. Here is Beef Boss next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the right is an adventurer from an Animal Planet set I reviewed a while ago. On the left is the Fortnite Jonesy action figure by Jazwares. And Beef Boss would make a nice giant size mascot outside of a fast food restaurant at this scale. Or the very scary hamburger monster that people are terrified of. Here is Beef Boss next to a 6-inch action figure on the left. The Valorverse Action Force Condor action figure. And a 7-inch action figure on the right. The Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel. And Beef Boss works as a person in a costume for a fast food restaurant, or maybe some scary, weird hamburger monster. Here is Beef Boss next to another food guy from the Fortnite Legendary Series of action figures by Jazwares, Tomato Head. So, very interesting idea having food-themed action figures. So, a little weird and goofy for different displays and dioramas, but also a lot of fun. Quarter pounder with cheese. I'm pretty happy with this Fortnite Legendary Series Beef Boss action figure by Jazwares. All the joints are working for me. Even the tight shoulder is working for me, although I do want to be careful about that shoulder. I don't want it to break, so I'll have to be really gentle, or maybe warm it up with a hairdryer to make sure it moves smoothly. But I like the accessories also. It's just a very strange and bizarre kind of action figure, so I'll have to have some goofy displays or dioramas to fit this guy in. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with the action figure. And as for why I have Condor from Action Force going after a quarter pounder with cheese, I actually asked Bobby Valla in a live stream that he was on what his favorite fast food place was. His number one choice was tacos, like Taco Bell, but he also mentioned quarter pounder with cheese, and that kind of fits in with this action figure. So, thank you for watching my review video. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this action figure, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time, action figure fans. Quarter pounder with cheese.